When you look at the title of this lesson, it looks a little imposing, measuring central tendency. But it's really not too bad. Three measures of central tendency are the mean, the mode, and the median. And we'll take a look at each one of those in separate slides. The mean of a set of numbers is simply the average. So if our set of numbers is 80, 83, and 89, to find the mean or the average, we would add the three numbers, 80 plus 83 plus 89. We get the total is 252. Then you divide by the number of numbers in the set. And that's a 2, not a 3, sorry about that. The mean would be 84, or the average is 84. So that's the first of the measures of central tendency. Probably the simplest measure of central tendency is mode. It's the number that occurs most often in a set of numbers. In this case, our numbers are 7, 7, 12, and 14. There's two 7s. There's no other numbers that occur more than once. So the mode in this set of numbers is a 7. If we put another 12 in this set, we'd say the modes are 7 and 12. There can be two modes. Or if our numbers are 8, 9, 12, and 15, there would be no mode because they all occur only one time. So you can have more than one mode, or you might not have a mode at all. To find the median, it's important that you put the numbers in your set in order. So you see 9, 15, 16, and 19, they're in order from least to greatest. Same for this set, 21, 54, in order. So the median is simply the number that's in the middle. If there's an odd number of numbers, as in this case here, 21, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers. So the median will be the third number in the set. Notice there are two numbers to the left of 25 and two numbers to the right of 25. So in this one, that's the median. A little more complicated when there's an even number of numbers, 9, 15, 16, and 19, four numbers. The middle would be right here, between 15 and 16. In this case, you simply take the average of the numbers on either side of the middle. So it would be the average of 15 and 16, which would be 15.5. Range is not considered a measure of central tendency, but it's important in statistics. It's simply the difference between the lowest number in a set, the 9, and the 32. And it can be expressed in two ways. You can just put 9 to 32. That's the range. Or to express it as a single number, you would have to find the difference between the high and the low. It should be 23. So you could say, you can either say the range is 9 to 32 or the range is 23. So if your directions say express the range as a single number, you have to do the subtraction problem. Suppose you had test scores of 12, 81, 94, 98, and 100. And you had been out for 6 weeks with an illness. When you came back the next day, you had a test. So you got a 12 on that. That 12 is an outlier. It's a number that's way different than all the other numbers, which is why sometimes teachers will discard the lowest score and just kick it out and not count it. So outlier is a number in a set that's either way higher or way lower than the other numbers in the set. And they don't affect the mode, they don't affect the median, they can have a great effect on the mean. And we'll finish up with an example. Suppose you had, I'm putting them all together. Test scores of 55, 60, 77, 77, 84, and 92. The mode is the number that occurs most often. In this case, there is one. It's the 77. It occurs twice. The mean is the average of the scores. And in this case, if you added them all together, you would get 445. And 445 divided by 6 doesn't come out to be a whole number. It's 74.1, and there's even some left over after that, but round it off to the nearest tenth, it's 74.1. The median is the score in the middle. There's an even number of scores, so there won't be a number right in the middle, but if you drew a line there, you'd have 3 scores to the left of the line and 3 scores to the right, and pretty easy to get the average of two 77s. It's a 77, so the median is 77. The range is 55 to 92. You could write it that way, or you could do 92 minus 55 and get 37. 55 and 60 are pretty close together, so 55 is not really an outlier, and 92 is not that far away from 84. So I would say there's not really an outlier in this. If the 55 was a 5, it would definitely be an outlier, but probably not in this case, no outlier.